Beautiful Toronto, capital city of the great province of Ontario and home to the ACC, which is home to the Toronto Raptors, and to Canada's home for talking hoops. This is The Hangout. Welcome in Season 3, Episode 3, our first episode back at home. And I know you're wondering why you look so short, Akil. It's because the couches are back. We are back on the couches here in the concourse of Air Canada Centre, and we are thankful for you guys for joining us for another season. Time to introduce you to my cast of friends. As always, Daniel Gladman, producer of the Toronto Raptors broadcasts, working his way through the preseason. Thank you for finding time for us.
Thank you for bringing your upholstery in finally.
Well, I know you have back issues and stuff from all the workload that you carry, so we want to make it comfortable for you. And we also have the newest member of the Vera Sports management team and a member of the Hangout family. I'm very proud to say that we're happy with everything you've done with your career, from being a European pro, NCAA slam dunk champ. Now you're a sports agent, Gary Durant.
Thank you very much for having me here. It's
Congratulations.
always been wonderful being here. Thank
Baller.
you.
Shook his hand.
My arms aren't that long, but I got to throw you some love. What are you saying now? You want to take over my show?
We are that short.
Okay.
This side is that short. That side,
Don't pair me with you. Randy Urban, ladies and gentlemen. You may know him and love him from his past TV experiences, now currently a producer with the Open Gym team. We're thankful he's here. What's going on with your hair, bro?
I don't know. I'm not happy about it. Ran out of product on the way over.
Okay.
I think the wind took it.
All
You
right.
need to see my barber.
Both of you need to see a different barber. All right, now, we are Canada's home for talking hoops, so we quickly want to let Canada know, when you get your basketball information, we are one of your resources, and we give away a lot of books on this show. One of the books we're giving away right now is actually the Got to Give the People What They Want, and this is by Jalen Rose. Jalen, of course, giving away all the trade secrets. A lot of people are not happy about Jalen Rose doing this book, but there's some great content in here, and we definitely want to share some of that with you. One of the taglines for the book is True Stories and Flagrant Opinions from Center Court. One of the true stories going on in basketball right now is the story of Lamar Odom. Wow, it's all I have to say about when I first heard this story. So first, I want to get you guys' initial reaction. I'll start with you, Dan. What was your initial reaction when you heard the incident involving the Nevada brothel and Lamar Odom?
Well, my first reactions were sadness and sympathy. I mean, Lamar Odom has been one of my favorite basketball players since his days as a college player at Rhode Island. He's had, not necessarily a Hall of Fame NBA career, but a wonderful basketball career, and it's just really, it was just devastating news to hear that this has happened to him. I'm following the headlines on it every day, and I'm happy to hear that he's showing a lot of improvement now.
Gary, did you believe it at first? I was totally taken aback.
At first, I didn't believe it, but I also know that once people are linked to drugs do make you do some crazy things. I think it was Rick James that said cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It is.
Again, it just goes to show not everything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I mean, those herbal Viagras, I heard he took 10 of them. I think you're supposed to take one every 3 days.
Okay, Randy's laughing now. Take it away,
I
Randy.
didn't know that was coming out.
That was part of the story. TMZ originally leaked it, and that was one of the details that came out.
Yeah, I was shocked when I heard. I mean, there were some sprinkles of that Lamar Odom's life wasn't, going down the right path since he left the league. I heard some rumors here and there, but then when that actually happened, I was like, oh man, that's awful. But I didn't really know the severity of it. And I thought, for some reason, I just thought he was going to be fine. And then when I started to hear that he wasn't and that he actually could die, I was like, wow, that's an awful situation that's happened to him. And he was one of the nicest guys that we interviewed for JRD Sports Reporter. One of the first things we did, he gave us at least like 15 minutes in the locker room. And if you've been in the locker room before, they don't want to talk
At all.
He's always been an amazing interview.
Yeah.
Now, to give a little bit of context, he talked about you thought he would turn the corner. This is a man who experienced a huge loss at 12 years old with his mom.
Yeah.
He was in a car when a family member killed a 15-year-old child in a car accident. He lost his son at 6 months old. He's a man who's very familiar with loss. His best friend from childhood last year died in a drug-related incident. So let's talk about this downside of sports celebrity, because that's not something that people talk about a lot. And you, in your new career as a sports agent, are going to have to deal with that a lot. Do you think these players are properly prepared, no matter the background, for the type of demands that come on them socially?
Yes, I think it's even another reason why good agents that can teach life skills that go far beyond basketball. It's not just about development. It's so important because to go from being a 19-year-old, now it's one and done. It used to be, you back in the day, you could go from high school. Now one and done is a possibility. You're looking at a 19-year-old going from sometimes poverty and a lack
lot of
of
times
information, a lack of resources.
Yes.
Right? To all of a sudden having all these resources in their hand.
And the Kardashians
not
want to date
exactly,
you now.
Exactly.
And you got to make
and all the
handle
other
those requests.
Kardashian-like families that are out there.
Okay,
right?
yeah, who definitely.
You know,
Also, look, as the late, great, my man, Jerry Garcia said, nobody is ready for celebrity.
No.
You cannot prepare for it. You don't really know that it's coming. And even when it does, the pressures and the demands on you, not to mention the microscope.
Yes.
And, you know, Lamar was a famous basketball player. And to our community of basketball fans,
Yes.
we all knew who he was. But when the Kardashians thing happened,
Yes.
when he became involved in that in a daily
Yes.
reality show,
Yes.
that's when the celebrity became really out of control.
I
But
don't
it's
think
also when there's, sorry, man, I was just going to say the level of scrutiny all of a sudden. I mean, who knows what was happening before? Maybe he dabbled
Randy,
lightly.
jump in quickly.
Well,
on.
celebrity or no celebrity, I think people, when they look at their lives prior to when it actually transpires, they always think that it's going to go like this. Nobody pictures their life to start to go
Yeah.
like
Yes.
that. And then
Yes.
when it actually happens, nobody's really prepared for
Yes.
that, you know,
I-
unless...
I want to throw one last note out here, too. I think a large problem that Lamar had, and it made him kind of shy away from a lot of people, because he was found at that brothel by himself. No entourage, no
Yeah,
crew.
Right.
Was
yeah.
a lot of information about his life that was getting out through TMZ and through all those different resources. Do you think the intrusion of the news media and the
Yes.
non-news media really compounds the problems that a lot of these elite athletes and celebrities experience?
Well, because we follow basketball, we have a connection to Lamar Odom. So I was guilty of that. Like, I wanted to know, and it's strange to want to know the inner workings of someone's, you know, possible last days. But because, you know, we were interested, I was clicking on
but
every update
this isn't
of a
what-
reputable source, though.
This isn't
you know?
what put him in that house, though.
Right.
You know, that's a symptom of it, not a cause. So for him, he has some deeper troubles
Absolutely.
psychologically
Yep.
than just the
But it
world
didn't
is
help.
falling.
Dan,
It didn't
it's
help.
Too bad
That's
that
not here.
It's too bad that he didn't have somebody that he could call and say, "Hey, Gary, I'm having a problem," and we could have had him check in at the right place instead of at the brothel. We could have had him check
a bit of a shameless plug.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We could have had him. We could have just had him
Ballers.
check in somewhere better.
All right, okay.
You know what
On
I'm
that
saying?
note, though, I
Such
thank
as
you
the Mayo
guys
Clinic or something.
for the candid conversation we just
So
had.
glad he's doing well now.
Yeah, no, honestly.
We just did The View.
We
That
just
was
did a
The
little
View.
episode of The View. All right.
That was The View.
Still more to come. We got to do The View Raptor style. A lot of Raptor conversation coming up with the preseason almost wrapped up. They're going to be out in Montreal. DeMar DeRozan and the gang looking to make the second round of the playoffs for the first time. Here we go. Raptors Roundup after the break.